Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino Plays Tharsis Episode 3. In the last video there was a dumb little copyright thing with one of the tracks in this game. And briefly they did not allow me to monetize it because I'm gonna pick Yuri instead of Allison this time. Allison's still probably the worst out of everybody. But she's, you know, interchangeable with Joy and Yuri. I was confused about Yuri for a second because it says ignore movement damage, but I thought it was like do you have to put a dice in his or her? I can't even tell actually which one. They're in their thing for that to work, but no, Yuri ignores movement damage all the time, which is very nice. So why? Yeah, I mean it's okay. Well, let's start. But yeah, there was a copyright thing in the last video, so I was like, oh yeah, I tweeted to the people responsible for it who didn't get back to me, but I guess maybe they got the problem solved, because eventually the copyright went away. YouTube's song removal does not work, ever. I tried that, it said failed, we couldn't do it. I'm sorry, this is a beta, but, you know, apparently it doesn't work. I think maybe shut down the beta at that point if you're not even gonna, like, try to fix it, because that's how it's been for, like, a year and a half. Is just song removal not working. Okay, so yeah. But that, you know, so then it worked out, and so I'm like, you know, I'll come back to this, I'll see what happens to this video. And hopefully it's not a big deal. 2, 2, 2, 3, 9. That's a total of 9. Alright, well, we didn't get anybody with 1 dice this time, which is cool, but we also didn't get any 4s. Okay, well, we have a 27 and a 7. But that 7 is a system fail, and system fail still doesn't do anything, to my knowledge. Okay, who are we gonna send? We need somebody. People need health, but they also need... Nobody can get injured. There's no injuries here, so I think we're pretty much just gonna put every single person into Meteoroid Strike. Into 27. Because we don't really have anybody that can reliably try and make food right now. Like, Pakal's the only person. But we need Pakal to get rid of this 27. And also we need him to be in here so he can potentially get his health boosted by Kayla. 3, 5, 6. Pretty good roll. I gotta put the 5 and the 6 and the 3 into that. Alright, we knocked out half of that with 3 dice, which means it should only take 2 people to get rid of that. And then we will have 1 person freed up to, you know, try and probably hopelessly make some food. It seems like it's not gonna happen, but let's have Gene go in here. We should not have Gene go. No, not yet. I want Gene to be healed, but he doesn't need it that much. But I also want Gene to give everybody dice. All these people with 2 dice, it's gonna turn into 1 dice. And that's a problem. What? That's the best roll. That is so good. I'm putting all of it in there. I shouldn't have done that. I should have given... Kayla's the one who's... thing means something here, so... Alright, well, okay, well, Gene can come in. I think maybe dice is more important than health at this point. So I can still salvage that. If... Nope, we cannot. We cannot... We can't. I would have loved a reroll there. I would have loved a +1 dice, because God knows we need it. Look at this. 1, 2, 1. System fail can deal with itself. Energy boost is pretty good. Alright, if I can't make food, I can at least put research into energy boost, and 1 person cannot be complete shit with dice. Alright, well, I don't want either of those. Of course. Actually, the worst case scenario right there.
Moods are turning sour.
Oh, we have a dude captain now? That's alright. Okay. No movement damage. -1 dice for them. That's not really a problem. +2 assist, plus 20% stress for you. Already got such... If I do that, everybody's gonna have 1 dice, and I only have the power to make 1 person not have 1 dice. Okay, well... I think we don't give it to Gene, because Gene is going to give everybody dice. But also, he's not going to be able to do that. Because we're not going to be in the same module, probably. There's probably going to be, like, 3 more events that are going to happen here. We either give it to Pakal or Kayla so that they can try and restore their health. I'm going to give it to Pakal so we could also work with the ship, depending on where the next events happen. There is one in the medical bay, which is really good. That is where it needs to be. Okay, and since we're all in there already, Kayla can just come in here. Not Kayla. Jean can come in here first. And please do not roll a 2 or a 3. Okay, now please also do not roll... Oh my god. Well, we have +3 dice 1 crew. We're not going to use it on you, though, because that's a waste. Kayla Jones is probably going to use that. Oh, very, very good roll. Yes, indeed. Yes, it was. 5, 6, health recovery, or +1 health to everybody, which is more valuable. I think you, because then we'll have Pakal do it next round. And the 2. Call home is pretty good. I'm probably going to use that eventually. Alright, we have Pakal. And we have Yuri, who is probably going to either try and regain dice, which is kind of better than making food at this point, especially for her since she only has 1 dice, so she can't make food. But Cal's going to come in here. We do have an injury, but we have 1 assist, which means you'd have to roll 3 threes right now in order to die. Okay. Those 6s are so good. 6, 6, 2, 3 in research, 6 air. Should I put it in the... We don't really need it in the ship. Should I reduce stress or research projects? I think in the long term, reduce stress is gonna be better. Alright, Pakal has no stress. Everybody else is, like halfway. Yuri has to try... Regain dice is in the middle, yes it is. Has to try and regain some dice. It's cool because I can put any number in there and we'll gain 2. It's doubles if you want to like completely refill your dice, but any amount in there is going to get you 2 back, which is something that I did not know in the beginning. Alright, so we didn't make any food, which means Jean is still kind of screwed in terms of being useful. -1 dice for all crew. Cannot do that, no. +1 food, -2 ship. Yes, please. Jean. Alright, everybody can kind of pull their own weight now. But at this point, we've got to fix our ship. It's kind of a problem that one of the issues is in, like, the mechanical wing. Which kind of sucks if we're just, like, going to leave that there, because that means that there aren't any issues that are going to be worth solving that appear in there, which will give me an extra excuse to fix our ship damage. Yuri. But what's cool about Yuri is that he can just, you know, no movement damage, he can just come in here and let's try and repair a ship. I don't need to -10% stress everybody yet. We did get 1 assist. Ah. And we can't even do it because we got such a shit roll. Why put the 2 in there? I mean, it doesn't go anywhere else, really. Okay. I think maybe this turn we're not going to be able to increase the ship beyond, like, the +1 that Pakal can do. And you're already in here. So this might be where you're best served to do your thing. Five or 6, please. Well, you did gain, like, that slight bit of stress, so I'm going to call home now. Cancel that out. Put that in research. Small kit. Oh, you kind of need that. So, yeah, let's do that. Okay, and special tools is nice to have. Now we've got 2 people here. We're going to lose because Pakal fucked up and did not give me my +1 ship that we need. Okay, well, this is what's gonna happen. We have to deploy in here. We have to skip -1 dice all and really get this one done. High numbers. High-ass numbers. That's pretty good. I can't really complain about that. Okay. I think 15 is doable by Caleb, but it's gonna be a tough sell. It's possible. I could really use it to work. And we don't really have... Unless my roll is like such shit that... But that even can't work. If I use special tools, like I'd need an 8. And it costs 2 dice to make that happen. 5. The 5 is good enough. I've got to re-roll these. 5s or 6s, come on now. And we lose. Pakal, you let me down. So that is what death looks like in Tharsis. I'm not pleased about that at all. The module that Pakal was in was only going to do 1 ship damage. Yet I prioritized destroying that rather than re-rolling to try and get a high number to get +1 ship. But that's just because I very briefly lost sight of my priorities. This is, like, that team's fine. Yuri's fine. I'm just pissed off now.
We had prepared for any disaster.
At 23 and 8, that's better than last time. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it seems like we gotta make some food. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like that. We have to do that. Cow! You should fix this all by yourself. You should fix this all by your fucking kidding me. Well, it looks like you're harvesting food. And the 1 goes into research, and you're a piece of shit. Well, Yuri, why don't you get in there? Roll yourself 2 4s, huh? The 6 is good. And duct tape, and the 1. Alright, you did it. Jean and Kayla. Roll me a 3. Actually, well, that's better. I like that better. Okay. We need the dice for next turn. Even though we're like, our ship is real bad. It's like real bad. It's still, we still need. We need the food. We gotta be set for dice. We'll be able to come back from this afterwards. 6 and 5. And 4 and 2. Also, we have supplements. That's gonna be really good.
Moods are turning.
No movement damage, -1 health for you. That sucks. Especially since Yuri's one of the people who already has no movement damage. +2 assists, plus 20% stress for you. Let's do that. Okay. It's not looking good for our ship, but we can pull. This is actually gonna be pretty easy. Kayla. If only you weren't the only person in there. But it's not a gigantic deal. Anything that we can use. I give you +1 health. That's not very worthwhile. We can put that in research instead. Okay. Oh, we are gonna make hella food right now. Yuri, should Yuri come in? I'm gonna have Yuri do this. You're gonna come in here. You're gonna repair the ship and the actual problem. Oh, you did exactly what I needed you to do. That is pretty amazing. Yes. Okay. Now, Jean's gonna come in here. Hopefully fix this, but hopefully be able to give +1 dice to Pakal. I'm gonna put the 1s in there. And 4, 3. Couldn't give +1 dice to Pakal, but you did harvest food, which is also good. And this also means that Pakal can pretty much try and make more food. Should be our top concern right now. Because we're going to need 2 food if we want everybody to be at their best for the next round. Give me a 1. That was almost a 1. I like that +5, or that +1 ship. I also like that and that. So now give me a 1. And, yeah, do that. We don't need +1 die all crew. At least not yet. If I use +1 die all crew, I wouldn't want to give anybody food. Oh, now what was that? -2 health for you, though. Prevent stasis. -1 die for all crew. Okay. Pakal. Oh, that 31 is real bad. And it's -1 food. Alright. Okay. Well, we prevented stasis, so 11's gonna be easy. Yuri, why don't you come in here? Yeah, that's right. You block that shit. +1 dice all crew might be good to do now. Oh, boy. I need you to do so much better than that. I mean, that is better. I guess I can't follow you for that. Okay, you're hurting pretty bad. Pakal. That's fine, though. 6 and 1. 3 and... I think it's best served in research, actually. I could give you a small kit, but we don't need to do that. And then Kayla Jones. Bent antenna, who cares? That's 1 damage. I mean, I guess, like, it's not going to be difficult to fix, but there's better things I could do with Kayla's turn right now. Such as make food, such as reduce her stress, such as restore her dice, which is actually what I'm gonna do. Restore your dice. Any value will do, so you can't really fuck this up for yourself. Go ahead and put the 4 in there. +1 health all crew. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any food, but we don't really need it yet. -2 health for you guys. +1 ship, -1 health for you guys. This is better. Alright, we have 1 food, but we don't need to use it. So we will save it. 18, 13. Ooh, only 2 events is good. But 2 of us don't have the health to really risk one of these things. Except we do with the 1 assist that we have. So I think Pacal or Jean... No, Jean's gonna do this. And Jean... Yeah, yep, we kind of saw that coming. That's good though. That's done. Now Jean's gonna need to heal himself. He's gonna go into the medical bay next turn, assuming that he can. Assuming that they don't put something in between him and the medical bay, which is actually really likely that they're gonna do that. So can't really count on it. I know Pacal can't work on that 18 because he'll probably die. Kayla Jones. I'm just gonna have you regain dice, like... Okay. I mean, once you take time to regain dice like that singular way, it kind of makes food a little less valuable to you. This is the track, by the way, that's playing right now. This is the track that got copyrighted last time. Which makes sense that, you know, I'd consider this the signature track of the game. Let's just hope that it doesn't do the same thing again. Double 5s is real nice, and I'll take the 4. Okay, Pacal. I still don't give a shit about bent antenna. We have 1 food, which will maximize either Yuri or Jean's stuff. So we could try to make 1 more food, which would then kind of perfect what we've got going on here. Or we could have Pacal try and get his health back. Which yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that, and also, hopefully as a byproduct, get +1 ship by rolling 2 different high numbers, which exactly what happened is what that was. 3 and 1. +3 health, 1 crew. I'm gonna use that on Jean. Or I'm gonna save that and see if Jean will need it. Because if Jean has a free shot to the medical bay, then I'm not gonna use it. But if he does not, then what does it matter? -30% stress for all crew. You need that. -30% stress for all crew, -1 ship. I'd rather have it that way. But you guys will... Yeah, -1 ship is fine. Okay. Jean and Yuri. Just in case Jean's, like, on death row, I'm not going to waste the food on him yet. We're going to give it to Yuri. Okay. Low power, that's got to be dealt with. Severely. But Jean does have a free shot at the medical bay, so I don't need to use that thing on him. Unless I just really screw up this roll. Come on now. Don't you do me like this. Oh, good. That feels good. I guess we have to get rid of that 3, because There's not a way to use my research effectively to then put the 3 in there. Alright, with the 17. Yuri, you can knock this out by yourself. I know you can do it. I wish we had Prevent Void, because I really can't handle all my dice getting eaten. Oh, but no 4s is great news. 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. That's that. Okay. Circuit damaged. That's worse than bent antenna. Like the caveats of trying to solve that. So I think that's our new thing that we don't care about. And bent antenna needs to get fixed. Although, yeah, no, we should have Pakal come in here and I'll simultaneously try to fix the ship while he does that. No void. No void. Ah, good. Okay, well, the 5, the 6, that was really, well, I mean, it wasn't totally bad, but now we have, again, a useless 3. I really do not like leaving module with dice unused. Kayla Jones. You have to make food. Yes, you really do, because Jean and Pakal, they need it. I want to give you small kit. I'm glad for disaster reduce. I was kind of hoping. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, 2 3s. Just like that. I'll re-roll, even though those would both be good for research. And so will those. So it was, you know, it's good. Good stuff. Unfortunately, we only have 1 food. I wanted 2.
That suit.
Alright, +1 dice for all crew. -2 health for you. You guys have full health. You could do that. +1 food, -1 dice for you. No. Yes. Jean, take the dice. Let's do this. Nobody's had to result to cannibalism yet, although that might totally change right now. Or at least after this turn. But we are prepared for this. Module fail is 2 damage. -2 health all needs to go. Oh, those injuries are just ridiculous. I think we need to try and build up enough research to get disaster reduce and then use that on either this module fail or the -2 health all. Maybe module fail because it's higher and it has a void. Although, you know, the -2 health all also has the injuries, which will pretty much ruin everything I've got going on here. So, you've also got the injury. You've got to come up here. Try and get research, but also try and fix this as much as you can. If you can fix it, and that's at the cost of research, then that's just something we have to deal with. Put the 6, 3, 3, 4. Yep, that's exactly what you can do. Okay. Jean. I'd rather have Kayla Jones go in there. Because she's more likely to not die. We've got prevent injury too, but the disaster reduce is much better. Ow. Unfortunately, I have to put one of the 6s in here. Then that 6 goes. These 2 things get re-rolled. I mean, it's not like we can die at this point. 4 and 3. Put them both in there. Okay, 2 people, it's exactly how it should be. One of these people needs to fix this and at the same time roll a 2, which kind of sucks because we need to get hurt in order to roll a 2. And that's going to be Jean is going to come in here. Because if Pakal has full research, it doesn't matter how many dice he has, he's not even going to roll them when he gets to module fail. I just need you to give me a 2, and I need you to not die in the process. Okay, well, let's repair it. +1 dice to crew and module. 4, 3, 5, and 3. Put the 5 in +1 dice or health recovery. I don't think I can afford to do either of those things. I need a 2. They did not give me a 2. Well, recover your health and do the dice. But we don't have a 2. Which means Pakal does have to come in here and roll. He still has a chance. He just needs to roll a 2. I was really hoping it would not come to this last-ditch sort of thing. That freaking dice ruined the other dice. It was not going to be a 2, and then it tilted it down into a 2. Huh. Here's the thing. We die if the next roll isn't a 2 and isn't a 5 or a 6. So basically it's like a 50-50 chance that we lose right now. Which is why I need that to make it so we don't die if I don't now roll a 2. Oh, it's a 2. It hurts, but it's a 2. Yes, please. That. And into that. If you can hear that water running, it's just because I'm recording in the bottom of a sewer. That's where I set up shop. +2 assists, +1 food, -1 ship. -1 ship will kill the ship, won't it? Oh, no, it won't, because we didn't actually get hit by those. Oh, but we don't need the +1 food. We have food. Do we have food? I don't know if we have food. Oh, I can view the ship. We don't have food, which means we need food. Pakal needs regular food. I want to try and get through this without anybody resulting to cannibalism. I've never done that before, but this seems as good a time as any. 32. But it's not a gigantic deal. Pakal, as long as you don't roll 3 4s, you're fine. Except you're in here, which you're kind of stuck there. Yuri can come in here and help you out. Actually, why result to him first? We could go Kayla. Kayla could come in here and try and heal Pakal a little bit, too. Which seems alright to me. I want Pakal to be the one to go into the mechanical wing, or whatever it's called. I think we need sedatives. We definitely need sedatives to happen. Okay. Gene, go on in there. Roll me something to put in research so I can give everybody sedatives. Also, +1 die to crew is alright. 5, 6, 3. I kind of downplayed just how amazing that roll was. Okay. But also I didn't get my sedatives. And the 5 is now worthless. No movement damage. Which is complete crap. Or it does not help me at all. Okay, Yuri is going to go first, because Pakal needs to be the defining moment in this. You know, those 2 1s are going to go into ship repair. Okay. The 2 is going to go in research. Stress. Put the 4 in there. And now, at least, even if this goes off, we're not going to die. I could try to fix bent antenna if it's more likely that that will work. But I also can't have this just hanging around. That hurts. The 1 does that. The 5 does that. I cannot risk more than 1-4 being rolled here. So I will put the 2 in research and then reroll this. And that was a smart decision, probably. Pakal will be receiving health next turn, for damn sure. Okay, -1 dice for you, but +1 food is not a thing that I want to do. Although maybe it is, because then, I don't know. +2 assists, we can't do -1 ship, so we have to do this one. Yuri needs the food. And let's get on it. It's not looking good. But I've dug myself out of worse situations before. All we need to do is fix the maintenance ship repair problem first. Then Pakal can go into system fail and try and restore his health at the same time that he fixes system fail. Even though system fail doesn't matter. So right now that's our lowest priority. But restoring Pakal's health is a pretty high priority. Jean is going to stay right in here. Try and give an extra dice to Kayla Jones. I know it's die for single amounts of dice. I say dice anyway because I don't agree with that. That's 6, though. Actually, no movement damage would help, would help Pakal. But not enough to make me want to do it. Okay, +1 food we could do. Or +3 health for 1 crew member, which we should save in case Pakal, it turns out, can't actually get over there. Yuri's the only other person that can try and fix this hatch-blocked situation. And you are the best equipped to do it. I kind of wish we had an assist of some kind going on. But we must deploy you here. Not the worst roll, I guess. 6 and 4 goes in. And now we should have great chance. Ouch. Oh, that's barely not enough! I cannot believe you did this to me. Because it's not enough, Pakal can't move, which means he has to do the +3 health. 1 crew. And I guess then try to ship repair as much as possible. Okay. Unless, like, Kayla went in and fixed that at the cost of 1 of her own health. But that doesn't seem... I mean, actually, I guess it kind of would be. She could do that. And then heal herself afterwards. Let's do that. Heal yourself right now, because I can't afford to have you dying right now. Alright, let's roll. And yep, that was the, yeah, heal right now is the thing. Ship repair is good. 2 and the 4 goes in. Okay, Pakal, you've got to go into system failure and restore your health. I don't really care if you fix it. Oh, but I can't actually have you do that either. Because if you roll a 2, you're dead. If you, yeah. We only have 1 thing in research. Pakal can't do anything. Deploy, -1 health, get killed. Get absolutely murdered. So the question is, do I risk it and try and fix system fail, which is something that's not even gonna make any sort of difference in this week? Or do I come in here? Well, I actually can't fix the ship anymore, except for like the +1 ship that his thing is. So that's even a waste. Why don't we see if Pakal's gonna die right now? Let's be risky. Don't you roll a 2. Ah, you never fail to let me down. I mean, you never fail. I mean, no, that I mean that positively. Because you did this correctly. Like so that's good. Okay, now re-roll. With a 2. I'm an idiot. I did not put you in health recovery. This was the whole point of you coming in here to begin with. I got caught up in trying to fix something that doesn't matter. Shit. Eat a snack. You've earned it, I guess. Alright, well, if we redouble our efforts into repairing our ship, I can let both of those events just go. +1 food, -1 dice for you. How much food do we have? None? I mean, we would then give Kayla the food resulting from this, and then everybody would still kind of be fine. +1 health for all crew, -1 dice for you. We wouldn't have any food, but that wouldn't matter. But everybody would have +1 health, which does matter. Okay. Everybody's still fine. We've got lots of events. But most of them are not ship damaging. And by most, I mean 2 of 5, which is not most by definition then. And of course there's nothing in the medical bay. I deserve that for ruining the entire point of the last turn. So, Kayla. Those double voids is not sitting well with me at all. We have 1 assist. -2 health all. It also can't be allowed to live. Okay, that's in the medical bay. Oh my god, what a terrible place to have 2 voids when I need as many dice as possible to also fix my ship as well as get rid of that. Gotta take all the values that I can get in this, because the void is just too likely to ruin a bunch of shit. Okay. Now, Pakal, if you roll 2 4s, the odds of that are so low that I don't give a shit. You're coming in here. Ship repair has to happen. If it doesn't, we die. All those 6s are good. And yeah, of course, they're the doubles, too. Okay, but we'll 1 6 in there. Now we can re-roll these kind of free of charge. Get me doubles. Yes, you did. It makes me feel like a waste because they're the highest value, but still. You know, it's what we needed there. And no -2 health all, which means Pakal is safe to not die. He's been needing to be healed for like 3 weeks in a row now. Jean, you have full health, so you actually can kind of move wherever you want and not really make that much of a difference. I don't like the -1 dice all aspect of this, so I would like that to go away. everybody's in the medical bay. Okay. Or we could deploy here and try and fix something that's going to do damage. Right now we have 3, like, things that have built up that are just bad. It seems like there are 2 decisions to make. The first is, either, if we went for -1 die solve, if we solved that, then we'd have these 3 things. Then we'd have to focus on ship repair next turn. If we went into the VO2 leak, we would also have to kind of try and get food there, because the -1 die solve would be allowed to happen and pretty much eat everybody's dice. And we would need a lot of food to prevent that. But we would not have enough anyway. I cannot allow -1 die solve to come to pass. It looks like they're going to try and make that not my decision to make. 6. Oh, that's... Okay. You did it. We only have to survive 1 more week. Like, this is the last week. Which sucks, though. We have to... Wait, is there a +1 ship? There is. Plus 10% stress for all crews. See if I give a shit. We have +1 ship. Here's the deal. Destruction is imminent even without there being new events that are going to happen. And this is the last week. We need the ship to not die while we're trying to put people in the piloting place. All I ever wanted was for nobody to have to eat cannibalism. And now it seems like that's my only option. Is for, like, every single person to have cannibalism. Guess what? You get to cannibalize. You get to cannibalize, and also you get to cannibalize. Cool. Cool business. Oh, you only did 1 event. The ship will be destroyed, unfortunately. Even if Pakal did the +1 ship from inside the flight control. Oh, but we have quick patch, which means we can still save everyone. Which means I did not need to give everybody cannibalism. God damn it, I ruined it for myself. Of course I did, though. Of course I did. Yuri Novak, with no movement damage, is the first to come in here. He is going to get +5 and put that into no movement damage for the rest of everybody. Right? Yes, yes, that's what happened. You put the 6 in there, thank you. Then we do the research, we do a quick patch. And we finish deployment. Hey, Pakal, why don't you come on in here? Get yourself +5 or higher. You're going to go ahead and give that a +1 ship. You're all right. Now nobody is dying. Let's reroll these. Get as much research as we can. Now we're just trying to build up a score. Do the 1. I'm going to science the snot. Oh, that must be our research. Oh, we just unlocked the research dude. Okay, that's cool. Choice harvest. Or repair arm. I think we're going to save up for repair arm. I understand now that repair arm is not like an action. It's a noun with an adjective before it. Like, it's a repair arm. Like, we're trying to get a repair arm right now. It's an arm that repairs. Kayla... Or, no, you're not... Yeah, yeah, actually, Kayla Jones comes in here. Because Jean doesn't need health. Kayla Jones tries to give everybody as much health as possible. That 6 allows that to come to pass. The 5 goes in there, the 6 goes in there, we do repair arm, and the 4 goes in there. We finish deployment. Jean Alo comes in here. Give everybody +1 dice. None of those... Okay, give everybody +1 dice by re-rolling. There's a 6. What a shitty thing to have happen there. But it's fine. We have so many 2s. Which means we're going to use... Choice Harvest, and put a 2 in there. And then that's how that worked out. When did my ship get to full health? Oh, that's right, I did, because I did the research thing. We did it! Alright. And that took 49 minutes. It's kind of a long video, but the more, you know, the more faster you get well, obviously, the faster you get, the earlier you finish. Like, does anybody need that? But the more you get used to Tharsis, like, it becomes less of, like, an hour and 20-minute game, and more like a 49-minute game. But I want to see the new character I unlocked. It's pretty obvious, just based on what you need to do to unlock the new characters, what their, like, special traits are going to be. Like, the research one, it said, was, like, the psychiatrist. Obviously, that's going to be, like, reduced stress for people in the module. And then there was another one. The commander is the only one where it's like, I don't know, maybe you do like extra repairs with your special thing. Like, you know, you put a 5 in there and it's like plus 10 repair to whatever the event is, which that's invaluable in that case. And then there's the cannibal who probably doesn't suffer any stress or max health penalties while eating human flesh. They should put more characters in this game. Like, that, it seems like, you know, it'd be pretty simple to just, like, you know, palette swap, add in somebody with a different special ability, and just, you know, just, like, thereby increase... What was my score? I didn't even get to look at it. Score... That wasn't my original score. Or that wasn't my last score. That's my 1653. Is my highest score, right? I was 36th in the world a while ago. Now I'm 140th. People are catching up. Psychologist. Minus 20% stress to crew and module. John Park. Yep, okay. Okay, pretty much everybody from every corner of the world is represented here. Was there like a diversity requirement for this space mission? We got Black Chick, we have American, we have Pakal, are you French, I think? Jean Allo. Kayla Jones must be like American black person, and Jean Allo must be like from Africa. And then John Park is Asian. Nikki Karam, I don't know what you are, considering that Yuri Novak is the Russian. Nikki Karam, I don't know. Like, I know, but I don't. Are you, like, Ukrainian, then, perhaps? The Joy Lee is... I don't even know. Chinese? I mean, Lee's, you know... Alright, so we have two different Asians. But Park is more of a Korean thing. You must be Korean, you must be Chinese. Like, Park is more of like an Americanized Korean thing. But like not... Like first generation... Anyway, Sofia Diaz obviously then the Mexican. And the Mexican eats flesh? I mean, I guess that makes sense, you know, cartels. Alright, well, I mean, we're not going to start it. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You know, I had to get in my little 2 minutes of racism at the end there. And that's going to do it for... I said that already. And I'll see you guys next time.